in turn, like in the spirit, I think I was going to say of like bridging gaps and kind of along these lines, there is a video I have of James Woods kind of commenting on, because I know we're sort of all in the like spirit of trying to bridge gaps and, come together and find common sense. And, we might disagree on like embracing that it's okay to disagree, but it's important to have the conversations. So that being said, it was kind of interesting. I found this clip of James Wood kind of talking about disagreements with Rob Reiner, that they didn't have the same ideas and outlooks and opinions. So let's see what he had to say.
Would say to me, well, what do you think of his politics? I would say, I think Rob Reiner is a great patriot. Do I agree with some of or many of his ideas on how that patriotism should be enacted to celebrate the America that we both love? No. But he doesn't agree with me either, but he also respects my patriotism. We had a different path to the same destination, which was a country we both loved. And when people would say terrible things to me on social media about him, I said, you got it all wrong. And yes, I can see how you can disagree with him, but because you disagree with people doesn't mean that you have to hate people.
And the thing was, me and this guy were talking about it, and we said, yeah, we used to be able to put our differences aside, and recognize that, we don't agree on these things or whatever, but like that doesn't mean we have to be mortal enemies. Like we don't have to be at each other's throat just because we don't agree politically or whatever. But there's more to life than politics. And so, I think that's important to remember that and to reflect on that, because I think it's easy to get caught up in social media and to get into the battle and to get into the other people's throats, because the reality is most of us are pretty normal people. The reality is most of us have lives, we have jobs, we have mortgages and stuff like that. We're kind of doing the same thing in life. We just disagree about a few things, and so we have a lot more in common than we realize.